Hello, I'm Emma and I'm going to tell you something about paid and unpaid work. The literature on the work of men and women, paid and unpaid, offers various insight and theory regarding why and how this is incorporated within daily life and its impact on the labor market. The economic/bargaining perspective emphasizes that women and men's time allocations have changed in response to shifting economic, demographic and normative conditions. Women's rising educational attainment and wages have reduced their comparative advantage in unpaid work, which is also linked to decline in rate of marriage, increase in age of first marriage and declines in fertility. Thus, women should be reallocating increasing amounts of time from unpaid to paid work. These gains for women should therefore strengthen their bargaining power, and men's unpaid should be increasing. The gender perspective offers a different rationale. It emphasizes the resilience of gender inequality and elements that work against change in the gender division of labor, thus leaving women at a disadvantage. According to gender theorists, unpaid work is not gender neutral as it is integral to the reproduction of unequal power relations between women and men. It is felt that men avoiding certain unpaid work activities are one way that men display masculinity and reinforce their structural and cultural power. The devaluation of domestic labor is assumed to be built into the norms of appropriate femininity and masculinity, where it is more acceptable for women to partake in paid employment than for men to partake in unpaid work. The gender perspective implies that women should have less free time than men, because women are responsible for ensuring that all unpaid work gets done, regardless of how much time is spent in paid work. Preference theory is a modern theory for explaining and predicting women's choices between market work and family work that is distinctly different to the previous two theories mentioned. This theory predicts a polarization of work lifestyles among men and women and diversity in lifestyle choices. It argues that in prosperous modern societies, women's preferences become a central determinant of life choices, in particular the choice between emphasis on family-orientated activities or emphasis on employment and competitive activities in the public. The social structural and economic environment still constrains women's choices to some extent, but these factors are of declining importance. Emphasis is placed on ideational change as a major cause of social behavior. Preference theory predicts that the gender pay gap and occupational segregation will continue into the 21st century, as it is claimed that the majority of working women seek a large degree of work/life balance, more so than men who are more driven by paid work. On the whole, currently women are spending more time in total work activities than men. However, societal values and norms impact on both men and women in terms of how time should be allocated and which activities will be prioritized, therefore reducing autonomy of individuals to determine how to spend their time. That is, parents are constrained by norms of parenting and lack of adequate institutional policies designed to facilitate and enhance a more equitable division of labor. There appears to be a gap between policy and practice, which highlights the contemporary persisting gender differences in work/life responsibilities. That was all for paid and unpaid work. On to the next part of our presentation of Task 5.